Shelford then for the second successive Saturday of the tour. Leads out the All Blacks. Matthew Ridge follows there. Schuster. And Bernie McCarhill in his first appearance, full appearance of the tour. And that's the captain then. Pleased to sit in the stand and watch the victory over Pontypool. Back in the forefront of things today. And that man will always lead from the front. Out comes the Swansea team then. And that reception from the crowd leaves them in no doubt that they're the favourites here as Robert Jones, Wales' scrum half, the Lions scrum half, and here, as great a day as ever for him, captain of Swansea. As the teams then come across to face the stand, the usual preliminaries. The French contingent in midfield there, the referee and two touch judges. Just one more preliminary then, and what a preliminary this is. It's what we're becoming too accustomed to. It's the All Black haka.
Please keep the touchline well clear, otherwise we'll have accidents. Photographers, please stand well back.
The Swansea team not facing up to the opposition. They were in a huddle, having a quiet little word. Last inspirational thoughts of captain Robert Jones. Mark Wyatt is that man with 15 on his back, the man that will start this game. Just checking his watch is the referee from France, René Urquet. Urquet just asks of Swansea whether they're ready. And Wyatt then starts this Swansea challenge to the All Blacks. Just nudged forward, but that interesting. Swansea taking the option, the kick first, just to get in amongst the All Blacks. Deans is the scrum half, his first taste of a game here in Wales. That's Ian Bucket, North Walian, on this side with the headband. Billy James, so much experience in the middle. And then Mark Morgan on the other side. Deans has a little look before then placing a delicate little kick into space. Wyatt is the man that collects it and runs out of space. It's Mark Wyatt, the ex-Wales full-back. So Warren Gatland is the New Zealand hooker, his first taste of Welsh rugby here on Welsh soil. Played for Waikato against Wales on that tour. Gatland Ainsley. Tidily delivered, and the referee decides just a little bit of nonsense back. The referee, and Frenchmen don't normally referee the line-out that efficiently, but it's taken quickly. Billy James sets it up. Robert Jones decides on the testing kick, and that's Innes taken out by Ian Davis rather early, or even without the ball. Innes playing on the wing for the first time. The referee just putting the ball down, checking play for just a second. Gatland is the man that's injured, but interesting start from Swansea for Bennett.
Brilliant. They'd won the ball. Billy James has set it up. A great kick by Robert Jones, held it into the wind. Just but look here, there's the winger, and he's flattened by the flanker off the ball, and the referee has awarded a penalty to New Zealand.
Number 9, there's Dean, the scrum half, and a famous grandfather who scored a try at the Arms Park against Wales, or claims to have scored one. So Botica is the man that settles things on this side of the field. The wind at the back of the New Zealanders. Stuart Davis gets hands to it. Ian Davis is on retrieving things, and that's run off by Steve Williams. It's a good work by the Swansea forwards. This is Jones. Clement, a little stutter, but finally gets rid of that. That's Robert Jones then, the captain, the man that carries the responsibilities here. Again, untidily done by the All Blacks, and typical of them. That was tighter, that was better.
And what's going to be interesting this afternoon is the referee, Mr. Rennie Urquhart. He blew up there, and the All Blacks usually walk a long time taking that rolling ball, but there he stopped them in their tracks.
That's the All Black front row. Then Richard Lowe on this side, a try scorer last Saturday. Warren Gatland in the middle, and the referee decides that Swansea were advancing before the ball was placed. Deans takes it quickly. This is Shelford. And again it goes to ground, not quite slickly done. They would have hoped that someone would have run into space off that ball, but didn't quite work out. That's the giant Lowe. Facing us is Dean, the scrum half, Bruce Deans. 6 on this side for Swansea is Ian Davis. That's Deans then, off Shelford. Little check inside, holds it up nicely, but intercepted. But offside play, says the referee. So keen to defend the blind side of that scrum, and the referee penalises them for that. That's the distance that faces Botica. An interesting choice of place kicker here, because Fox isn't playing, Gallagher isn't playing, and really it could be an area in which they will struggle today. A very strong breeze at his back. Really all he needs to do is to hoist it, and he may well need someone to, yes, and the referee calls for the assistance of Mike Brewer. So that's an old-fashioned sight as Botica strikes that, but fails to convert. So a first taste of kicking pressures for Botica. Robert Jones thinks about it, taking it quickly. Finally decides that Clements will give his forwards a chance to arrive underneath that ball. It's perfectly placed into the wind, but just not quite tight enough. That man there is Sean Fitzpatrick, the hooker, which means we did see Warren Gatland have a knock earlier on, and we're just waiting. Gatland probably just playing on for a minute or two as he aims at this line out. Murray Pearce was the first to get fingers to it, but this is Reynolds, the Swansea flanker, sets it back nicely to Morgan. But again, the referee not satisfied that the ball was placed straight into the line. Or it was knocked forward, in fact, at the line out. So he's still waiting. Frustration, and Gatland, he would have been lucky if he had to leave the field this early, because this is his first taste of Welsh rugby. And that scrum very untidily done. The referee waiting and waiting, but finally running out of patience. 22, the Swansea 22 in vision there. As Clement, left-footed, under pressure, has played at centre, full-back and out at half for Wales. Still the Swansea 22 that separates those two lines of forward, so it's early New Zealand pressure. This is Deans, Botica. This is Schuster. On the charge comes McArhill. It's all options open here for the All Blacks, should they win this ball. It's straight ahead though. The Swansea try and defend the fringes. The All Blacks sense that and drive straight ahead. It's tremendous driving, and finally to ground.
And we saw there that Bruce Deans, the scrum half, was saying to the referee, come on, leave it go a little bit, let's wait for the ball to come back, but the referee blew without New Zealand receiving the ball.
That's the man, Bruce Deans. Took over from David Kirk, who captained the All Blacks in the World Cup competition. What a tremendous position for the All Blacks then, this early in the game, 8 minutes gone. Rather slow possession, and Ian Williams has just detached. This is Shelford, this is Deans, into the line comes, oh, lovely try, lovely try. What a try for Innes. Riggs was into the line perfectly, the fullback, and Innes playing on the wing for the first time, scores his first try. There's the man, the scorer, Craig Innes, really playing on the right wing because of an injury to John Kirwan. This is the outside half then that will attempt the conversion, already failed with a penalty. Frano Botica aims and converts. That in his try, and already then the All Blacks, with 9 minutes gone, lead Swansea by 6 points to 0.
It was good scrum ball, but it was really slick passing just there. Nice burst by Ridge and a lovely time pass. And the winger, Craig Innes, cuts inside the cover, Robert Jones, and he's over for a simple but well-executed try. And from the other angle, a nice pick-up by Shelford, but all about just making the ball do the work. Good straight run in, and here's the winger, little step inside, but it was a simple task for Innes.
So the restart just a little long from Mark Wyatt, and that's something we've seen already on the tour quite some time, because it's so important that the restart offers the forwards a chance to get them, put pressure on the opposition, and that pressure back on Swansea.
This is especially true of this first half, because it means New Zealand have the put in or the kick, and they're going to 60, 70 metres down the field.
And again, the Swansea front row wanting to go down too quickly and to put pressure on the opponents. And really, that proves perhaps the strength of the wind here, that Botica, who's not a regular place kicker, feels confident enough to place the ball on exactly the centre spot and to take a potted goal from 50 metres.
Indeed, the types of Paul Thorburn and your Hastings will be kicking practically from 75 metres today, such as the force of the wind.
And again we see number 7, Brewer, hold the ball as Botica settles. Frano Botica at outside half strikes this one. That's a huge kick. And it sails over. Absolutely tremendous kick from the outside half. And suddenly, having held on for 11 minutes or so, suddenly Swansea find themselves 9 points adrift. We're back to midfield then, as Wyatt, he'll want to place this perfectly, offer his forwards a chance, but again the wind has taken that. The referee will wait, but no advantage to the All Blacks.
And Mark Wyatt's very annoyed with himself there. He knew he could put it into the wind, hold it up, but again, not 10 metres, and the advantage to New Zealand.
We'll see if the Swansea front row wait this time until the referee is ready. And that was done to perfection. This is Shelford again. Deans, the long pass to Ridge this time. Wide, well placed there, anticipated that very well indeed. The referee decides that the tackle was rather high. Penalty awarded to Swansea. They try and keep it on the roll as Jones gets to the mark. In support is Billy James again. Here's Steve Williams, this 19-year-old locked forward in support. Jones again. This is Clement. Straight into Bruce Deans. And again, off the ball between Reynolds and Bruce Deans.
But again, I think the referee could have looked to see where the advantage would be played, and certainly Swansea had the advantage.
And this is good tactics from Swansea. They're keeping the thing on the boil. They're not allowing the All Blacks to settle, although this time the ball has been handed to Anthony Clement. And so, for the first time in the whole game, that we see Swansea settle themselves in All Black territory. At the back there is Mike Brewer for the All Blacks. In front of him is Alan Wetton, and then Captain Shelford. It's Gordon that jumps for the flat ball at the front of that line, but can't take it, as again the front jumpers get involved in off-the-ball nonsense. Again, nudge forward, says the referee. Need a solid platform for Swansea. It's into midfield, and the tactic is the tester for Ridge. Taken on by Kevin Phillips. Now he needs the Hopkins rather. This is Robert Jones, the long pass. This is Arthur Emir. Checks back inside. Support should be there. Robert Jones gets involved as well. So the crowd just building up a little bit of excitement. Arthur Emir is number 11. This time Stuart Davis picks up a little room blindside. This is Robert Jones then. Emir the chase after that, but quickly across his ridge. Go to Swansea then, having gone 9 points adrift. They now find themselves pressurising the All Blacks. It's well taken by the captain, but it's a penalty to Swansea. A free kick rather. It's to Clement. He'll attempt a drop kick at goal, but well, just a little bit hurried perhaps.
That was a great shame there, really. He would have loved to put that between the posts, A, for his confidence, and to thank his forwards for the good work in driving out the field.
Kevin Hopkins just watching the restart. Wattica then, using the wind. This is Mark Titby, his first touch of the ball. Gets past the first tackler, sets off Morgan on a charge. Over the halfway line, this is a good run from the prop forward. Now they need to wreck that. Taken on by Arnold. This is a tremendous Swansea drive. Again, it's the prop there, Morgan. Coming off is Stuart Davis. He goes back to defensive strength though. And it's a penalty awarded. Ian Davis over enthusiastic, says the referee, but Swansea still get the penalty.
Great play by the Swansea forwards with the prop Mike Morgan making a tremendous charge of 20 or 30 metres. Excellent play. And they were rather slow, the All Blacks, coming up after their dropout, but just watch the pace of Mike Morgan. Look, through the gap, showed a clean pair of views to the New Zealand forwards, and goes down the ground, setting up the ruck ball. Forwards piling in, bit sloppy, but again Swansea make it available. Any 50-50 ball, they're in at the moment and they're winning it. Good driving by the forwards. Now maybe is the right option being taken? There's excellent ball going to come back here shortly. All the backs will line up out of your shot in the picture, but they're into the wind, and Robert Jones decides there it is, going back to the forward, goes back towards the New Zealand strength. Good play, and they've been awarded a penalty for going over the top.
Well, the man who really has kept Swansea's hopes alive over the last number of seasons, done so much as a goal kicker to win matches for them, likewise for Wales.
And this, even if he misses it, could hold up and be a good up and under.
So it strikes it across the face. There quickly is Arthur Emir. Can Swansea still take advantage then? But this time, no, they've gone into offside positions there, says the referee. So the chance gone begging. This is Wattica then, the outside half. And again, making good use of the wind.
Good tactics by Swansea, calling a short line out, keeping the All Blacks thinking.
Williams at the front, Arnold behind him. This is Mike Brewer. But the referee decides again that it should be a scrum. Swansea scrum, very confident there, holding its own. Clement sees a gap on the blind side, but finally, and that will see an injury. A good covering tackle. It'll be interesting to see whether Alan Wetton has injured his leg in that tackle. A hamstring might have gone.
Yes, when he stretched out to tackle Clement, he seemed to pull a hamstring and went down the ground immediately.
Play goes on. Again, it's the All Black driving straight on. Very tightly done. Alan Reynolds waiting and then committing himself. Bottica forced, but there's offside in midfield, says the referee. Swansea were cutting off New Zealand options in midfield.
But there we saw at least Swansea went up very quick to Bottica. He didn't have that kind of pressure last Wednesday.
He looks for the open spaces on the far side, but it's straight to Mark Titley. He will run it. Gets past McGarhill so easily. So Arnold sets up the ruck. But the referee decides the ball won't emerge. That's Alan Wetton. He will take no further part in this game, at least. The New Zealand doctor, tracksuited doctor, with him. But he will leave the field, which means... So that's Andy Earl that comes onto the field. Robert Jones, lovely little scissors with Titley. Again sets off, but Ian Davis not quite ready for that. And a pity for the home side, because that looked threatening. So ball one again then, as Bottica looks for the pressure kick. Titley fails to gather. There'll be offside play perhaps, or the referee decides no, that the ball was just knocked forward. No, he allows the line out. That's number 19, Andy Earl, who replaces Alan Wetton as a blindside flanker. He played at Pontypool on Wednesday. And behind him is Mike Brewer. Alan Reynolds is the Swansea, number 7. Stuart Davis, the number 8. Gatland, the thrower. Taken by Brewer. Lovely little interplay there. Quickly spotted the gap. Dean's calling Richard Lowe to give some drive, add some weight, which he does. Another 16, 17 stones of it. And really it's still straight upfield, finally collapsed by, well, the referee decides it's the advantage to the side going forward, which is quite usual, but tremendous driving from the All Blacks. There's really, it is an All Black blanket. This is Dean's then. But again, the Swansea scrum very solid indeed, not yielding an inch. Finally delivered from Deans to Bottica. A little mismove, and then the kick. Emir is the man underneath it, collects that very well. And he starts on a run, wanted to start on a run, but just lost his footing.
Going back to the scrum, there was excellent scrummaging by Swansea. They're a very light pack, but they know, you can see they've done a lot of practice because they didn't budge an inch to the All Blacks.
Well, Swansea have been offered the put-in here, which is rather surprising, but they'll gratefully accept that. That's Clement under pressure, and that's even better because they're now 10, 15 metres away from that try line. That's the new stand in the background there, just brought in for this big occasion. That's positioned on the cricket square, by the way. Earl wins that, but quickly through is Stuart Davis. Good work by the Swansea number 8. So this is Jones. Infield it goes. This is Craig Innes. The ball bouncing awkwardly before finally, harmlessly going over that to in-goal area. That's Craig Innes, the man who scored a try already in this game. Taken quickly by Wyatt, intercepted by Gatland, but Ian Davis is there. That's a one-handed pass away to Arnold. But the referee decides But Swansea should get a penalty for that.
Full credit to Swansea, they're trying every trick in the book to unsettle the All Blacks, playing into the wind, short penalties, short dropouts, good thinking by the side.
Clement then, tremendous kicker, and kept that, sensibly kept it underneath the wind. It's a very strong breeze, and certainly it'll satisfy his teammates. "15 minutes to go in the first half, and 9 points the difference." Again won by the All Blacks. Whittaker being shadowed by Reynolds and James. Jones calls early, does remarkably well. Innes collects him as well. The All Blacks will want to ruck this, but Swansea on the retreat win that. See Deans on the fringes there as Jones gets good possession, time and space to settle things.
Outstanding play by Robert Jones there. He took the charge of that. It was after Emery under the ball. He said, no, it's mine. Great play to the little scrum half.
So Swansea avoiding the little mistakes that Pontypool made on Wednesday. And so it's just 9 points the difference. Gatland Ames. Gordon wins that, jumping at the front. His first game, both of them, Gatland and he, on tour. And that's the problem with Swansea. They collapsed that maul and penalised for doing so.
Yes, the referee was on the ball there. He saw that Paul Arnold was pulling the maul down and penalised the all-white second row.
So Whittaker again then offered the chance to kick a goal, and that's the difficulty Swansea have at the moment. The New Zealand drive is such an effective one. The temptation is to try and collapse it, but of course then you're in danger of yielding a penalty. Brewer, the man holding the ball. Whittaker with a chance to increase it to 12. Well, should Swansea hang on to this into the wind, well, they won't be dissatisfied, to say the least.
Yes, great start by them. Bags of pride and endeavour. If they can keep the All Blacks down, as you say, they'll be delighted.
Warren Gatland, the man with two on his back. But again, well, for the home side, that is disappointment because they're holding out so well, but yet when it comes to restarting, it offers the opposition the advantage.
It's been such a vital part of the game in the three games. Cardiff did it well at times, Pontypool did it badly, and again we see Swansea fall into the bad habits of putting it straight into touch, and it gives the All Blacks options either side of the scrum.
Well, Alan Wetton has a hamstring injury and taken off the field as a precaution. Swansea's number 6 will have to be alert here. That's Ian Davis, because play will tend to come to this side as the All Blacks side initially on the drive. Dean doesn't collect cleanly. And it must be unsettling because that Swansea pack is not yielding an inch in the scrum.
Yeah, tremendous scrummaging by the All-Whites. Shelford thought the drive would be on, it didn't come, and he got Deans into a tangle. First game for a while, and he showed that he's a bit rusty.
Again, that Swansea scrum quite firm. And Clement with a huge response.
And that's a warning to the All Blacks. That's against the wind. Just wait, let turn round and have the win, so he says.
That's Warren Gatland from Waikato in North Island. His 8th match, or his 7th match in All Black colours. The understanding between Deans and Whittaker not quite up to the mark. Wyatt collects, and that's the way to do the covering job. The winger covers the full-back. It's not quite found touch with Deans again, showing a little bit of rustiness, but we've seen earlier in the season, full-backs and wings getting into tangles. That was perfect. Wyatt the call, the winger behind covering.
Good organisation, well played by Titley. Got behind the man in case there was any kind of loose ball. Excellent play by Titley.
Jones runs away, entices Earl to release from that scrum. This is Swansea on the attack. That's good play. Can Emir then take advantage? Takes the first tackler, sets it back. Lovely hands from Jones. This is Clement. Lovely dummy. Lots of space. He's got Morgan in support. The prop forward. Back to Clement. This is Ian Davis. That's Mark Titley from the other wing. Tremendous drive by Swansea. And desperation on the part of the All Blacks. Finally scramble that ball away.
Magnificent play by the All Whites. Fully 70 metres into the wind, and only a desperate tackle at the end. Robbed them all. It'd been a great try.
Well, no doubting that delighted the crowd. Number 3 in the front there. Has he got his breath back? Tremendous surge. This is Earl. Stays in his